Hey there, Twisted Sage here. Bringing you the energy of the day. Moon is 26 degrees Capricorn. The sun is 29 degrees of Pisces. Decided to do a little hiking, come back to an old place I haven't been in a while. So yeah, the epidemic. To keep it simple, there's 7 astral bodies in the sky that are all in Capricorn. One of the basic functions of Capricorn is control. Definitely rules government. And Saturn's at 29 degrees Cap, so it's at the pinnacle of its mountain peak. And it's got the power, so it's, in a sense, it's using the sun right now because Saturn's more powerful in the sign of Capricorn than than the sun is in the sign of Pisces, and so it's almost a dead sextile, if not at its most potent, because it hasn't quite clicked 29 yet. 29 sextile. Again, one of the worst sides of Pisces is illusion and delusion. So again, Saturn is able to grab that, harness it, and push the fear. Capricorn can very much rule fear, because Capricorn also rules risk. If you had some money to invest now or within the next week or two, would probably be the time. Because as we all know, every single story that's come up eventually will pass, no matter how scary, severe, or end of the world it feels. Yeah, and so you got the moon creeping up, helping Saturn right now. So we're in the biggest restriction times ever. Well, maybe not ever, but in modern times. You got Mars moving to conjunct. It basically is in conjunction to Jupiter right now. So Mars is marching, is pushing the boat. So I was looking back. So one of the ways you can see tangible evidence, astrology's touch and language, I don't want to say belief, it's that it doesn't lie, is by looking back in history. And you find these dates and you look at placements of the planets. So right now the South Node is where the South Node was at 9/11/2001 when we had the tower. I think I think a lot of people have woken up to that wasn't exactly what it was, that it was orchestrated, that it was puppeteered. But anyway, like some of the underbelly things that the government used that situation for was to push and take push laws that took our American rights away. And I think that's what you're seeing now. They push the fear, but look what's happening with the market. They want you to focus on the fear and not see everything else, the tactics and moves that they're making to restrict and keep the people down. I was also looking at, the Jupiter Mars conjunction's big. For us here in Arizona, 2002, it was June 18th. Mars it might have been right, or it was in 10-degree orb. So Jupiter being the biggest planet, we give it a little more reach. It was in 10 degrees orb of a conjunction with Mars at that time. And we had, here in the White Mountains, we had one of the biggest national forest fires you'd ever seen, which was actually started on purpose. But it was end of the world type scenario. It, you know, that we had to evacuate almost the whole, like, all of the Sholo area. If you stayed home, you had to put out a white flag, and you couldn't leave your residence. But I just noticed it was in Cancer, but just the correlation of the conjunction of those two planets. I think by that time the nodes had moved. But yeah, hopefully, you know, sometimes I'm hard to follow. Sometimes I'm hard to follow for myself. But yeah, don't lose your head.